Hi, am I in the right place?
Confidence intervention. Hey guys, welcome to a new series on my channel called Writer's Intervention. So I'm going to be dealing with topics like confidence, humility. Well, that's all I've got for now, but we'll see. leave any suggestions in the comments, but those are the first two topics, and anything you think is related to that or could build on that, I would love to keep this series going. So the video for today is dealing with confidence. This isn't about being the loudest person in the room. This isn't even about liking to talk in front of other people. This is just about feeling confident in the fact that you have the right to write. So this video is probably going to best apply for people who constantly feel like there's someone over their shoulder and they're like, don't look at my writing, it's not good, it's not ready yet. I don't feel good about this. Please don't look at it.
One eternity later.
I don't feel good about this. Please don't look at it. You know, if you're like the person who writes so many novels and no one's seen anything, you might need to be here. We're all friends here. We're all
Hi, am I in the right place? My name is Bob Baker, and I'm really just here, I'm just here to take notes for a friend. Oh, yes, please, come, you're in the right place. You're among friends. You're safe here. You're safe here. I know this may be a problem for you. Confident, that's okay. By the end of this class, you'll be. I believe that a lack of confidence in your writing stems from the fact that you may lack confidence in yourself. And I am not a therapist. I'm not a licensed psychologist. I'm not any kind of professional to help you with that. So, I encourage you to seek professional help, but I'm going to give you guys tips that have helped me. So this is just me talking about my experience. You can use it if you want. You don't have to use anything if you don't want, you could just hear me talk about my experience. That's all good. So I have always been a perfectionist in life. I don't like doing things that are bad because I associate that with me being a failure. And that has not helped me with writing. It just hasn't. Writing is a long process. It's an experience. You have to be willing to write the wrong thing in order to change it into the right thing. And if you want everything that comes out of your mouth or your hands or through the keyboard to be absolutely perfect in that moment, you're going to encounter a lot of stress with each and every sentence, if not each and every word. And that's not fun. And that's the point of writing. You're supposed to be having fun. I'm not saying that when you're writing about someone's suffering, you're like enjoying it, like, I'm making everyone suffer. No, that's not what I'm saying. But overall, when you look at your writing experience, you should see that you're enjoying yourself. You should like your work. You should like the things you're putting out. You should like the experience. Because when that book is done, and people are like, oh my God, I love this. You're such an amazing writer. How'd you do it? Blah, blah, blah. Do you really want to look back in that moment and say, actually, that work you're holding that you love so much is the cause of me being more miserable than I ever was happy. And really the greatest thing that work did for me was getting done so I could get it out of my life. Unless that's what you want your experience to be, you should probably try to aim for the work being something you enjoy writing. So that goes back to like having a healthy work-life balance. Actually, that might be the third video in this series. Work-life balance, but writing life balance. But yeah, the first tip would be give yourself permission to be a beginner. Now, oh no, people don't like the word beginner. People think that beginner means you haven't had experience in this before. So you're like, I've been writing for 10 plus years, Shanice. I'm not a beginner, and I'm offended that you're calling me that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're a beginner when I make that statement. I'm saying that writing has so many different facets in it. So like there's plot, characterization. Each different genre has its own, tools. And everything in between that, everything beyond that, every single skill set is something you could be growing at, or you might be stronger in this area or weaker in this area, and you might be a beginner in some areas. And that's okay, because I know I'm a beginner in some areas. I am a beginner at finishing my works. Yep, I'm a beginner because I just can't seem to do that. I have not developed the skill set for it, and I am working at it every day. And I've really gotten on myself in the past for not having a lot of finished works. I've really gotten on myself and been like, why can't you sit down and finish anything? You're not a dedicated person. You're lazy. You're this, you're that. But I'm not, because really, I'm really trying. And I just have to be compassionate with myself. Even if nobody else is compassionate with me, I have to be compassionate with myself in that area, because I know I am trying my absolute best. And so right now I'm trying to learn a different way of approaching finishing books. The ways I've been trying to get at it, like attack it, it's not working for me. So how can I better equip myself to approach that in a different way? And that takes allowing myself to be a beginner at that, and to be humble, and to try and grow. But this video isn't about humility. This video is about confidence. But I guess you can kind of see how they're so interconnected. You can't have confidence trying to be a perfectionist, because you're putting the weight of your value completely on you never making any mistakes. And that's not human. That's not possible. So how are you supposed to be confident when you think that everything you do is wrong? You can't be. You literally can't be. You're being too hard on yourself. Confidence is saying that I have a right to speak. Confidence is saying I don't have to like every word that comes out of my mouth in order for me to think that my writing is good, and the way I speak is good, and the way I think is good. It's seeing that you have a book that is 95% amazing and being like, that book is amazing, and not focusing on that 5%. Or maybe it's 70 to 30%, or maybe it's 60 to 40%. Sometimes it might be 20 to 80%. Maybe you wrote something that's 20% good and 80% garbage, and you need to butter the crap out of that 20%. You need to be like, oh yeah, I can't wait till my next novel, because I'm going to make that 20% 25%, and the next one's going to be 30%. And I'm just going to keep on building, and I'm going to pump myself up. I'm going to boost myself up. I am my biggest cheerleader. And you know what? Maybe you don't like yourself. Maybe you don't like your writing. But liking yourself isn't something that's inherent. It is a skill. It is a learned skill. If you don't like yourself, you don't need to be like, well, I don't like myself, and what do I do? No. Learn to like yourself. Learn to like your writing. Learn to look at something you've created and pick out the parts of it that are great, and be like, how can I do this more? And I guess that's the second point. Boost yourself up. So I encourage you to look at some of your writing samples and to find reasons why this is some of the best writing you've ever seen. That doesn't mean that the work is perfect. That doesn't mean that you think the work is great. It might not even mean that you think the work is good. The work is good. But find some reason why this piece of literature that you've created, this piece of fan fiction you created, is worthy of existing. And every time you write, do that. Keep reminding yourself that you're capable of creating good things, even if everything about it isn't great. Yeah, I'm really here. I mean, of course I brought my book. I am really here, not for me, but for all of you.